Here beside me, guys, is a worn out 92 Fox body coupe, and like most Fox Mustangs, has seen way better days. This car has gone from owner to owner and track to track and has had the heck beat out of it for the past 23 years. Right off the bat, we noticed this car looked a little droopy in the rear, so we got it in the air to see what we were working with. Upon disassembly, we noticed it had 4-cylinder Fox body springs in the front and who knows what in the rear. We figured this was a perfect opportunity to throw a set of tried and true Ford Performance C-springs and new urethane isolators into this poor Fox to get it sitting like a normal car. Yes, C-springs. They've been around probably since I've been in elementary school, but that's not the point. These things have proven themselves time and time again on multiple Fox body Mustangs. The C-spring is a specific rate spring and will lower your 5.0 liter Fox approximately a ½ inch in the front and 7/8 in the rear. The spring rates are designed for coupe and convertibles, but should be used in V8s only. Well, alright guys, I'm going to start ripping into this 92 coupe, so follow along as I walk you through the steps on installing a set of springs in your 79 to 93 Mustang. To begin installation, place the car on a lift or jack stands. Remove the wheels and then remove the two 17mm bolts securing the brake caliper to the bracket. Remove the caliper from the rotor and tie it out of the way and so that the cable is not in a bind. Loosen the two strut to spindle bolts with a 24mm open-end wrench on the nut and a 21mm socket on the bolt. Before removing the strut to spindle hardware, secure the lower control arm with the jack. Loosen and remove the sway bar and link hardware. Moving to the engine bay, loosen and remove the strut shaft nut with the 24mm socket. Remove the strut to spindle hardware and then remove the strut from the car. Carefully lower the control arm and remove the spring. Clean out any debris from the lower spring perch that has accumulated over the years. Install your new front urethane spring isolators. Spraying WD-40 inside of the lower isolator will help when sliding it over the spring. Position the spring into place and make sure the lower pigtail is aligned with the spring perch. Reinstall your strut and loosely tighten the strut shaft nut. Make sure the spring is fully seated in the perch and then carefully jack up on the lower control arm. Reinstall the strut to spindle hardware and tighten it down. Reposition your brake caliper over the rotor and retighten the previously removed hardware. Fully tighten the strut shaft nut and reassemble your sway bar and link hardware. Repeat these steps for the other side. Moving to the rear of the car, remove the rear wheels. Support the rear end with a pole jack or jack. Remove the lower shock hardware with an 18mm socket and a 15mm open-end wrench. Do the same for the other side. Remove the quad shock from the car if yours is still equipped. Lower the rear end and remove the rear springs. Place the lower isolator over the control arm. Install the upper isolator over the spring. Position the new spring into place, ensuring the pigtail is at the rear of the isolator and centered on the control arm. Loosely tighten the lower shock hardware. Reinstall your quad shock if applicable. Do the same for the other side and then reinstall your wheels. Lower the car back onto the ground. Now you can fully tighten the lower shock hardware. Give everything a good once over and you're all finished. As far as installation goes, guys, springs are extremely straightforward. It should take you around 2 hours to complete. It would be in your best interest to drop the car off at your local alignment shop and have it realigned once you complete the installation. If you want to continue watching the best install videos for your Fox Mustang, then I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. While you're at it, go ahead and head back over to the site and pick up a set of Ford Performance C-springs for your Fox Mustang at lmr.com.